How's it going, guys? Today I'm going to show you what it's like to drive the BMW M4 KITH edition from a first-person point of view. This is one of only 150 made in the world and one of 49 in the US. So what is the KITH edition? Well, KITH is a clothing brand founded in 2011, and it's essentially a collaboration between KITH and BMW. Like the normal M4 competition, it's powered by a 3-liter twin-turbocharged inline-six, making 503 horsepower and 479 pound-feet of torque. All of the KITH editions are xDrive. That means the all-wheel drive results in a 0 to 60 in just 2.8 seconds. That is supercar levels of speed. Every KITH edition is also the 8-speed automatic. You can't get one with a manual transmission. So how do you tell if you're looking at a standard M4 or a KITH edition? Well, there's some subtle badging and there's some not so subtle badging. Starting with this. Allegedly, this is the first time BMW has ever done a custom badge for any sort of collaboration. It says KITH here, and it also has those BMW M stripes. Now, for the not so subtle badging, check out this. On the carbon fiber roof, it is an enormous KITH logo. I don't love that, but it is optional. Then you come around back and we do have a rather classy and subtle KITH badge where it would say M4 competition. Now the interior is where things get absolutely insane. Look at these tri-tone carbon fiber bucket seats. As you can see, full exposed carbon on the back, but if you look closely, not only is it super cool that they're blue, red, and black, we've got embossed KITH logos on the headrest. Where it would say M4, we've also got a light up KITH badge right there. Now coming into the interior further, we have embossed KITH logos right here, as well as right here, and down on the floor mats as well. I love these carbon bucket seats. They hold you in place so well, and they just look phenomenal. I'm still confused at what this part is right here. Now, as I mentioned, all of the KITH editions are the competition xDrive, which gives you active all-wheel drive, which is one of the best things that BMW has ever done. So what do I mean by that? Well, if we go into setup right here, as you can see on the screen, it says 4-wheel drive sport, and 2-wheel drive. So if we press and hold traction control right here to turn DSC all the way off, mDrive setup, now we can switch between 4-wheel drive sport, and 2-wheel drive. So what's the difference? Well, 4-wheel drive is of course 4-wheel drive. If you shift it into 4-wheel drive sport, it's more rear-wheel drive biased. It'll allow for more wheel spin before the front axle kicks in to save you. And then of course, if you go all the way to 2-wheel drive, that will give you a full rear-wheel drive layout, which is absolutely phenomenal. The steering wheel fits great in your hands. I love these carbon fiber paddles. The actuation is fantastic. We've got custom drive mode buttons that are programmable for M1 and M2. Right here, we've got the 8-speed automatic transmission, which can be shifted into manual mode, bumping it off to the side. You can also change the shift speed as well right here. That's where you put it into park. We've got a really good backup camera system if you activate that. If I put it into reverse, it'll show us backwards with lines that move when you turn the steering wheel. We also have ambient lighting that you can just barely see right there. Not a lot of space in the back, but it does look pretty cool right there. No sunroof for weight savings because we've got that carbon fiber roof. All right, guys, let's take this thing out for a spin and show you what it's like to drive. Launch control in the M4 Competition xDrive. Launch control active. Man, that thing rips. Behind the wheel now of the KITH BMW M4. And man, is this thing an absolute riot to drive. Those shifts are lightning fast. The suspension soaks up bumps extremely well, and that active all-wheel drive gives you so much confidence behind the wheel. Now, speaking of active all-wheel drive, we've actually got 3 settings to choose from. Right now, we're in 4-wheel drive. If we click this, we can shift to 4-wheel drive sport. That'll give me more wheel spin in the back and allow the rear end to kick out a bit more before those front wheels start to activate and save the day, which I think is a really cool happy medium between all-wheel drive and rear-wheel drive. But the best part is you don't lose the engagement and the ability to do drifts and crazy smoky burnouts with the competition, because you can click this right here and go into full 2-wheel drive. That is such a good feature. Borrowed from the BMW M5, also present on the E63. I think that is the way going forward. It's the best of all worlds. You know, despite not having a dual clutch transmission, this thing is so damn good for a conventional automatic. It's actually ridiculous. All right, what happens if we launch it in rear wheel drive mode, and is that even possible? And it does a burnout. That is absolutely epic. So you can launch 0 to 60 in 2.8 seconds with the active all-wheel drive, or you can do a massive smoky burnout like BMWs of the past generations. And then at the same time, let's put it back into all-wheel drive. Let's flick it over into automatic. It's a very comfortable cruiser that you could use every single day. Visibility is fantastic. The steering wheel is one of the best in the business. I love the way the steering wheel fits in your hands. Those paddles feel fantastic. The actuation of the paddles is great. They're large enough. I like that they're not mounted on the steering column. They're actually mounted on the wheel itself, so they turn with you. You always know where they're going to be. And these carbon fiber bucket seats are sublime. They hold you in place so well, they look so cool, and they're comfortable all at the same time. That's like the trifecta of seats, and it is so hard to do. I think these are my favorite sports car seats that aren't pushing into that supercar territory. Now, I wish this did have the new display in the 2023 BMW M4s. We've got that one seamless curved integrated display that we first saw in the iX and the BMW i4. That would be kind of nice. I also feel like it would have been cool to have the KITH vehicles all be a manual instead of an 8-speed automatic. Now, I kind of get why they did it. I imagine the KITH streetwear fans are less likely to want to buy a manual car than an automatic. Maybe I'm making that up. That's just my assumption that perhaps the people who buy that clothing that are also into BMW might not want a manual transmission vehicle. But maybe I'm totally wrong, and every single person who has bought this car would have wanted it to be a manual. That being said, the automatic is fantastic. The sound is actually really good in here. Compared to the F80, it actually sounds really nice, which is a pleasant change from the F80, which kind of sounded like a fart can a bit. But this thing, I mean, that genuinely sounds good. Oh, that wasn't even in the loud exhaust mode. Hold on one second. Let's try that again. That's why it sounded a little soft. Alrighty. I love the shift indicator light as well. That is so cool. All right, for the rest of the video, I'm gonna shut up and show you what it's like from a first-person point of view.